Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the Teachers Lounge Live. I am Zoe Johnson. I'm the coolest one out the group. So I'm glad y'all tune in to watch me and the other fellas. I'm just playing. But I am I do after school programs with live theater, which is amazing. And also I do a lot of other things after school programs. But I'm also a comedian, actor, and I'm just blessed to be on this show. And we're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna keep it moving. Yes, yes. Yeah. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? I am Matt Jones. Zoe definitely is the coolest because I have stains all over my pants. I don't even know what this is. I have a green stain. Chris can verify. I'm becoming.
At least you're eating your vegetables.
At least I'm eating my vegetables. I am a drama teacher. That's why I have stains on my clothes. And I am a comedian and an actor. Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My name is Chris Dunham. I'm a 7th grade math teacher, and I'm also a comic.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Amazing, guys.
Yes.
So how's everybody's week going?
Interesting. My week is, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. I just been dealing with drama with teachers. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh, so not drama with students this week.
Drama with teachers about the he say, she say stuff. And, sometimes adults don't want to be responsible when they know they messed up. And then when you tell them about it, they get upset. And they want to blame the other instructors and just saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to take accountability. I was messed up. I messed up. I should not have done what I done without telling too much. But it's also getting teachers to work together without any egos coming in. You see what I'm saying? We got a production, so let's all work together instead of saying, okay, my idea is better than yours, so let's just do my idea.
So is that how the instructors in the after school program get like a little bit of drama? Because for those of you guys who don't know, Zoe, he oversees this, and you have about 3 teachers per room in these after school programs.
Yep.
So is it that there's just like a conflict of interest sometimes?
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest sometimes. They all mean well, but sometimes I think other instructors get mad because they want to do something particularly different, like a different song or something like that. And like, no, I don't like that song. Let's do this song. Well, I'm the director, so I want to do this song. I don't care what you think. And then others, he's like, no, I want to do this song. So it's like a lot of back and forth with the teachers and stuff like that. And then sometimes I say, hey guys, it's about the kids, man. Don't put your ego into it. Let's have a good show and make it about the kids. And we kind of do it like that.
That's such a funny image of 2 teachers fist fighting over whether they're going to do Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And the kids are just watching. It's like a domestic dispute.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they want to do different songs. They want to remake songs and stuff like that to make it more present. I'm like, that's not in the script. You know what I'm saying? But it ends up working out though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. How's your week going?
You know what? It's not too bad, guys, because remember I told you about
testing.
No, the testing is over.
Oh.
But man, I've so many kids bombed a test that I gave, and here's why I partially.
Do you create the test yourself? Sorry to interrupt, but
I don't blame them, because we were doing this whole middle of the year iReady testing. When you actually factor in, you ready? Weekends as well. From the last time that I did a lesson with these kids till we started it back up, including the weekend, it was 11 days. So they had 2 days of, and so I'm looking at their tests or whatever, and I'm like, these just terrible. So I just spent the last 2 days, not today, but Tuesday and Wednesday, literally just going over how to do everything step by step.
Redoing everything.
Rebuilding the house and gutting it.
So, and to answer your question, with tests now, what I do is I actually upload the lesson plans that I do that week. And then I ask Google Gemini to create no more than 8 questions, easy, moderate, and hard, and create a test for me.
Okay.
And it does such a great job comparing and contrasting it.
It really does.
And then I'll reprompt it when I know, usually it gives me too many word-based questions, right? Story problems. But it works great. And now I don't even have to think about it.
That's so dope.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so today I actually gave the kids, usually we have tests on Fridays, but I gave it today. And the kids that really put the time in crushed it.
Really?
Crushed it. And then you have kids literally just handing in blank pieces of paper.
Really?
Yeah. It's crazy to me because it just shows you no matter how much you try as a teacher, you can lead a horse to water, but you
You can't
can't
force them to do anything.
Yeah, they're not gonna want to do it. That's
No,
crazy.
Not at
Yep.
all. Not at all. And by the way, guys, thank you for everybody who's tuning in.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys. Send us your questions because we're going to be answering questions here in a little bit. You guys are awesome. This is the Teacher's Lounge where we blow off steam.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, how's your week going, especially with
week?
those TPAs?
Okay, so I told you about the TPAs. I know you know what they are. Like, so I'm doing this state testing. We've talked about this a million times. I won't go through everything what it is.
The bar exam.
Exam for teachers. Easiest way to put it. Oh, dude, they're awful. But you know what? We did iReady testing yesterday. And iReady testing is this automated testing program that schools use to be able to test where kids are. But I did it periods 1 through 6. So I didn't have to talk at all.
Oh,
because they were just testing all day long. And dude, it was the most rested comparatively to what I am, because I feel like I'm in Gotham City every single day. That this was just like, I felt like I was in Hawaii by the end of the day, because it was just like the kids couldn't talk.
When you
You know what I
said
mean?
Gotham City, I picture you as like patrolling Arkham Asylum.
Dude, I am. It's Arkham Asylum.
Some kids just Cheetos.
Yeah, instead of Scarecrow like putting gas in people's face, he's just throwing a fart bomb, and it's a guy with an Edgar cut. But it's
crazy.
It was nice. And then today, sometimes you just have certain times where nobody's listening to you, and you're like, guys, it's like trying to get a cat to come to you. You know, when you can get you can get a dog.
Come here. Yeah.
But it's like sometimes talking to some students, especially like after they've just eaten a ton of bad food, like you're like, all right, come on. Like they don't listen. It's like trying to coax a cat to play fetch.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And the cat's just like, and it's like, I'm making eye contact with you. Why can't you respect me?
Like, do you hear what I'm saying? You only raise your voice. Like, do you hear what I'm saying?
Oh, I raise.
Do
my
you
voice
get it?
sometimes.
I just asked you a question. Like, what's up? Like, yeah.
100%. You really feel like sometimes I feel like a ghost. Do you ever see Ghost with Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
where he's like trying to get Demi Moore's attention, and then
he's trying to kick something.
and he's like,
say something. Yeah,
and he's trying to teach him how to kick the can or whatever. That's what I feel sometimes. I'm like, do they see me? Am I just like an apparition?
Yep.
You know, it's a wild thing. So today was stressful.
a lot of time we're an NPC in their lives.
Well, we are, and it's like that's why kids are always shocked if they find out that you're kind of cool as a teacher.
Yeah.
They asked me what kind of music I like, and I was like, I like a lot of different stuff. I was like, I like hip hop, I like country, and they're like, who's your favorite rapper? And I go, probably Kendrick Lamar. And then the kids were like, huh? What? It's like they think I just go home and listen to violins or something.
Like, you know who Kendrick it is?
Or
really?
sit in silence.
Yeah. How old do you think I am? Like, I just sit in silence and stare at the wall.
They think teachers have miserable lives.
That's
really
what they
really think.
Or it just
I thought that too, though.
I don't know if it's miserable or they just don't even think about it.
Yeah.
So anything is just different than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to the NPC thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think they think that we're just like, we're made by like, Amazon or something. We just plug into the wall at night. You know what I mean? Like, we are one-dimensional creatures.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
That's why when they find out your social media, they try to see
everything,
what you're really like. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Yeah. Especially when they see us doing things outside of teaching. They're like, oh, we didn't know you did this too. You see what I'm saying?
It's a line between admiration and pure hatred.
Absolutely.
that they have.
Yeah.
Because it's like the admiration part is only like, oh, okay, he's cool. I see him every day. And then it's also like, I hate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just for some students, I'm just in their way somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just, they want to do whatever the hell they want to do. And anything that stops that is just in the way. Yeah. Because they think that anything they want to do is right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They don't think of anybody else.
Yeah.
Whatever I want to do is right.
Yeah.
My favorite is when I say absolutely no food in the classroom. None. And someone's like, I'm on the last bite. And I'm like, no. And then I watch them eat it.
Yeah.
Like continue to eat it. It makes me want to throw a desk out a window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and if I haven't slept
Yeah.
long enough. There's some days where I'm like, am I gonna like just walk outside and start pacing back and forth?
Yeah.
And they want you to do that.
Absolutely.
See,
Absolutely.
I was really hard on the kids at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of no food. Like I even put like if you step past this line, even outside of my classroom with eating food, you have to hand it over. And then you have to pick it up the next day.
The food?
Yep.
Yeah, and they'll forget about it.
And so
I'm not picking up food the next day. I'm like, I
Oh,
don't
these
want,
kids are
I don't really.
yeah,
They want the food.
Dude, I
That's
accidentally gave them stale chips one year. You know what I mean? I didn't realize the chips were expired for a year, and there's a whole box, and they're like, "Mr. Jones, can we have these?" And it was my
Mhm.
first year teaching. I was like, "Knock yourself out." And then I looked, and then it was like 2022 or 23 that was the expiration
Oh.
date. I could have been in jail for
For
giving kids stale Fritos.
For me, I just look at it this way: is that the reason why I have those rules is because the opposite sucks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, because you clean up, dude. You're a busboy. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I used to work at Ruby Tuesdays, Steak and Shake,
Mm-hmm.
all these different restaurants.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to clean the dining room at Wendy's, which is a gross job already. And the way adults would just trash a place, like
Yeah.
the lettuce from their burger would just fall off their bun and just land on the floor.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
had to pick it up. These kids are 10 times worse.
They are. And,
And
they
they're
don't
like-
care. They don't care.
And they think they can. They're like, nah, just trust me. I won't
do it.
I'm not
like that,
do what
mister.
They do. And then it's like, no, you did
Crumbs everywhere. Yeah.
everywhere. And it's like, it's weird. It's like, how is chocolate milk on the underneath the table,
Oh my God.
on the hood of it?
Oh. Underneath the desk is the nastiest thing to see because kids put everything underneath the desk. Gum, chips, boogers, all types
Boogers.
of stuff. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
like a crime scene investigation. I feel like
Absolutely.
COVID came underneath a middle school
I
desk.
can't even do
Yeah.
anything nice. What I mean by that is I used to love buying Jolly Ranchers to reward kids for getting an A on a test
Mhm.
or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would do that at my old school. I had no problems, right? At this school, then I start walking around the outside and all I see are Jolly Rancher wrappers. I go, so someone gave you something that they spent their money on, and the way that you do it is to just ruin everything around you.
Absolutely.
Like you're
Yeah.
a sociopath.
Nasty. Yeah.
You're a sociopath
Yeah.
at that point.
To be honest with you, I think those kids that's messy like that are messy at home.
I can't even imagine.
100%.
Oh, dude, the
100%.
the house probably looks like
Trash.
Have you ever seen like the cages that they have guinea pigs in, where there's the hamster chips?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Those little wood chips. It's probably
Yeah.
that, but with Takis.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I think a lot of the kids, that's so nasty. I think the problem with a lot of kids are so messy in class. I don't think parents give kids chores anymore. You see
No,
what I'm saying?
dude.
They don't.
Remember when your
Yeah.
grandpa would be like, "If you take out the trash, I'll give you a nickel."
Absolutely.
You know, and he's like, "Don't go spending that all
yeah.
at once."
Yeah, you can't go outside unless you clean up your room and the kitchen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta do all of that. Kids nowadays don't do none of that stuff, man.
Well, if there's no order, like and no chores, you are the bad guy. They look at you
Yeah.
like Alan Rickman in Die Hard. Like
Facts.
you're an evil the European
You're
terrorist.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're the opposite of everything that they're allowed to do.
100%. So you are the villain when it's like, dude, what I'm trying to do is just try to make my life easier. I have a
And
life outside of
everybody
this,
else's.
and everyone else's.
This shared space.
Yes.
Kind of like, the coworker that
Mhm.
stands too far away from the urinal and leaves a puddle.
Oh,
Where you're like, dude, do
Nasty.
you understand this is a shared space? Shared
Yes.
space, buddy.
Alex and Mark are here at Petty Cash. They brought up something one time. They brought up shopping cart theory, that if you put your shopping cart back, that's the true test of is whether or not you're a good person, right?
Absolutely, yes.
The person,
I
the
hate.
monster.
Well,
I can't stand people to do that. yeah.
Regardless, I know people like look down on Texas for the death penalty, but I do think lethal injection, electric chair. If you don't put the shopping cart
And it's
back.
so
Like,
easy. They leave it on the side of the car.
no, that's
and then you can't even park your car next to that car because the cart is right there.
that's the thing.
You gotta get outside
That's
your
why it's called
car
the shop-
and move the cart. That's
you're
stupid.
a monster, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You're a monster.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
That's
man.
why it's called
Yeah.
the shopping cart theory. When
Yeah.
no one is around, something that is so easy,
Easy
to do.
there's no law,
Yeah,
there's nothing.
yeah.
Are you willing to just walk the cart back and put it in a place that they have designated for the carts?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you saw the
It's
same.
so easy.
Yeah.
It's such a
I'm-
disgusting thing.
And
It's
you see it
gross
more in big
if you don't
city.
put it back.
I'm so bad. If I'm pushing my car back and I see a cart that's just, and it's,
You're grabbing it too.
I grab it too.
I do
and
too.
take it back and push it. Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. If I even see two of them, sometimes I'll stack them. It's
just
so
stupid.
easy, dude. I used to work at a grocery store, and that's the reason why kids have to learn the basic empathy, because it's like, dude, if you don't learn empathy,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
putting yourself in another person's shoes,
Mhm.
and let's be real, dude, we all did stupid stuff when we were younger.
Absolutely,
I did
yeah.
so much stupid
Of
stuff.
course.
I
Yeah.
did really dumb stuff, so I can't really talk. But at the end of the day, my parents grilled it into me to have like empathy for people, to think of how other people are going to feel about something. And you have to have those experiences. That's why like celebrity kids, they end up like so
Crazy.
insane because they have no view of how the world works. That's why like if you're a millionaire, make your kids work at McDonald's
Yeah.
so they can actually have like some sort of like
They need
understanding.
to understand the struggle. A lot of kids, rich kids, don't understand the struggle because they're privileged. They got money all the time.
Well, dude,
So,
it's not
yeah.
even just rich kids that are privileged, I think, anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know
Do you
what it
think
is?
that all kids are privileged in a way because of the world that we grow up in? And there's
Uh,
an expectation of like,
I think it depends on the parents, how the parents are raising them. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? If the parents are letting them have their way all the time and spoiling them, then some kids just act that way all the time. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I just think it's a bunch of. I've been around kids that their parents don't tell them nothing, and they're the baddest kids ever, the worst kids ever. Like
It's
I
like-
like, don't bring that kid around me. It's just too much.
100%, dude. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a little tiny arsonist.
Yeah.
But what I want to know is like, what do you guys think? Speaking of like kids' behavior and stuff like that,
Mhm.
what do you think is the admin's role? Because here's the thing: a lot of teachers, I'm newer, but my belief is that admin's hands are kind of tied to everyone in the education system's hands are somewhat tied by these goofy lawsuits and all these different things. Because admin support, what is their role in all of this?
Well, I think that the problem with admin is they're fake, and they're never real with you. A good example of that is, I know a former principal who told me that on day one of being in the becoming a principal, they actually told the entire group of new principals, teachers are the enemy. So
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Teachers are the enemy? Interesting.
And the problem is like, if someone was real with you, ready? Like if I said, hey, we're going into this situation, we're gonna have a party. Like if we worked at a restaurant, dude, we have a party at 20. They don't tip more than 10%. We know that they come in here. Let's just get through it together. Let me help you out. Dude, if you had a manager say that to you, like,
Mhm.
I'm going to do my part to help you out, you would go, oh, we're all in this together.
Well, my admin does do that. They actually do help me out. That's the reason why I think I really lucked out, and why sometimes maybe I have a skewed view
Mm-hmm.
of certain admin, but I don't think everybody gets that.
I don't.
A lot of times.
I think too that a lot of admin aren't real because most of the ones that if I say, and everyone knows that there's almost no consequences for behavior anymore.
Mhm.
Say that around certain principals, and they'll go like they're clutching their pearls. Like, what do you mean by that comment?
Oh no, mine would probably
Yeah.
agree with me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like it's like they can't even break to show like
Break the
their
character,
like break
understand.
character.
It's
Empathy
that's the NPC thing. It's like where there's this weird pressure, I feel like, in education, and it's also big on social media. It's rampant. This weird thing to prove to everybody that I'm a good person. But if you're proving to everybody that you're a good person creates moral superiority in you, that's not morals at all. That's ego.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Yeah.
think a lot of people in education have that, because you've seen it. We'll say simple things like discipline is important, and people act like we are walking into
That we're promoting
room with
child abuse.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
walking in with like a turkey
yeah.
leg and be like, kids need to be beat,
Yeah, exactly.
like and with
It's
like
not
a
that at all.
like
Yeah.
the drunk dad from the movie Hoosiers, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, dude, I'm saying they need to have consequences.
Yeah. I think a lot of admin just pat you on the back like they understand to make you feel okay. Like, yeah, I get it. It's gonna all work out. Just to make sure you're okay, but then not
Yep.
do anything
And
about
they're
it.
not going to do anything about
Exactly.
it. They'll say
Mhm.
something like a little crumb
That's
to make
it.
you feel, and then so you walk away going, okay,
What's next?
and then you go away, and then nothing happens.
Absolutely.
And you look at it and you go, that's why teacher burnout. But that's also why what's weird is like
we are doing too much, man.
What upsets me about that is the fact that when they were in the classroom,
Mm-hmm.
they had that happen to them.
Absolutely.
So you would think that if you went into admin, that your first thing was like, yo, man, I'm actually gonna be real with people and be like, hey, what can we do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? Why don't, like, if I had I'd go, hey, let's get the counselor involved. Right? You have the situation, right? Let's hammer this home and keep calling and calling. We're going to do everything we can. Remember, our hands are tied on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
At least we're all on the same level.
Yeah.
But when you're acting like, what do you mean? I give out consequences. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
It's a weird thing, man, because like I just honestly
Sorry,
think
I got fired up.
No, it's fine. And especially,
I feel you because I see it
dude,
as well.
I have been in schools before. Like I said, like if I bring something up, there's only so much that they, like, I feel like certain schools can do. But if I do bring something up, like if I'm late, my principal, he's really cool. He'll cover for me. Like if I have like some sort of issue, like the counselors will do that. Hey guys, thanks for popping in. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. They're talking admin, yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Now appreciate you.
But what I think the bigger question is like parents. What should the rules be for the parents before kids come? You had something else you're gonna say?
No, I wanted to keep talking about admin.
We can keep doing it.
Yeah.
We can keep doing it. But I was gonna say, like, it kind of closely relates to parents because parents, certain rules parents should be instilling into kids. What I wish we could do, if we're speaking about admin, is I wish we could kick kids out of school that cannot behave, because it should be the parents. It should be the parents that have to actually, you know what I'm saying? Like deal with this. Because some people are like, well, where's the kid going to go? It's not my problem anymore, dude. Like he's literally burning down the building. Why is that my problem?
Yeah. And most of the time parents don't really care about it.
No, well, they look at you. They look at teacher as like as a multi-purpose thing.
Absolutely.
You ever see the stuff that you clean bathrooms with? There's Windex, but then there's multi-purpose solution. You can spray it on the sink. You can spray it on the mirror. You can spray it in the toilet. It fixes everything. That's what they expect teachers to be. They don't expect teachers to be Windex or one cleaning solvent. You have to clean everything.
Or speak their mind. Yeah, speak their mind. But just to piggyback on admin and then back to the parents, I just feel like some admin, I think they cover up for themselves. They do a lot of things to cover up for themselves. When they know things could be right, they don't do anything about it because they don't want to look as bad, I feel. So they pat you on the back, make you feel good, and just kind of brush it off. At the same time, try to figure out something else that don't really work at all. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't really work.
Oh, and then the amount of gaslighting that goes on.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Well, what are you not doing? You're like, yeah, I'm sorry. The kid just set a turtle on fire in the classroom. I didn't even know I had a turtle in the back. I feel like I'm doing a
it's somehow your fault. You know what it is, dude? When I was I always talk about setting animals on fire.
Yeah,
like
I'm trying to think of like I was trying to act
like slitting a pigeon's throat or something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
throw it in the ceiling fan. Because
why did he throw it up? Like, what did you do to him?
Yeah, it's like, why did you make him do that, dude? So when I first started subbing, I went to the school and I actually called my district and said, never, ever, ever send me to that school again. And it was because of the admin at this school. So I go in there, they double booked us as 2 subs. There was 1 sub in there and then there was another sub. And this other sub was actually a long-term sub. So I don't know why they had me in there. And I go, hey man, what do you need help with? And then he goes, actually, I'm the long-term sub. He goes, dude, just sit and hang out back there. And then he's like, I got it. He's like, just enjoy a free day, right? So the admin walks in and she walks in and she's got 3 other admin behind her. And then they're walking around and looking at the teacher. And then she looks at me and then she whispers to the others and everything like that. And she whispers to the other long-term sub. And then she walks out and he goes, oh yeah, she was mad because you didn't stand up when she came in. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I was like, dude, who is this lady? It's like, it was a school in LA and it's like, she's some weirdo that's a motivational speaker, but treats all the teachers like crap.
Oh, wow.
And then I was like, okay, what is she? Is this weird? So anyways, my day goes on. I'm in the class and then I start teaching because this guy goes to like another place. And then they send another person in and she's like looking at me weird. And I'm just subbing here for 1 day, just 1 day. And she goes, yeah, what you did today was definitely not okay. And I was like, what did I do? And I was like, I was like confused. I was like genuinely confused. I was like, what did I do? And she goes, oh, you weren't helping the kids. And when the admin walked in, you didn't ask what you could do. And I was like, I didn't know that. I'm coming in here. You
How
don't
you
give me a
supposed to know
lesson.
that?
the guy
There's
who's
another
based-
thing.
Exactly,
And dude, I
exactly.
literally
How you run your
called
rules? Yeah,
my district. I go, never send me there ever again.
Yeah,
Ever. Ever. I was so pissed off, dude. I wanted to walk into the office and just start
Express
chewing them
yourself.
out. Dude, I
Yeah.
just wanted to scream and be like, you're an idiot.
Dude, now you're getting
Explain-
me fired
explain
up.
your
Yeah, I just wanted to be
rules.
like, you are the stupidest person I've ever met in my life. You're a motivational speaker. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Because
Motivate yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
guys-
so that's
Yeah.
my bad story. I don't have that kind of stuff happen at my school,
All
which
right.
I'm very lucky.
D-
But that was
yeah.
the worst.
All right, you guys want to hear a story? I was a long-term sub. This made me go, I was so angry. I was a long-term sub. Subs don't make a lot of money. I had told this one now, I was a long-term. This school was lazy about putting in for my money, my extra money,
Mhm.
Okay.
right? And
Extra money for what?
because when you're a long-term sub, you get a little extra.
You
Oh.
get a little bump.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
it's
let
like an
bump, okay.
extra. At the time, it was maybe $10 an hour, but that
Yeah.
amounts to a lot over
Hell
the course
yeah.
of 30 days, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
So this principal knew that I wanted to be a full-time teacher, right? And I went, okay, I needed the money. Like subs don't make a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I said, it hasn't been put in yet and everything. And this principal said, hey, I know you really want to be a full-time teacher. You wouldn't want anything to be negative on your record, would you?
What?
Wow, because you wanted more money? Wow.
Because I wanted the money that
They
was
owe you.
owed to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's weird, dude. That's like supervillain status.
You know how much money it was at the time? Maybe only like $2,000 before taxes, something like that.
Yeah.
And I went, how? It's not even your money, lady.
Yes.
It's not even your money. So it made me realize like, oh, you're going to get in trouble somehow, or you're doing something shifty
Absolutely.
behind the
Something
scenes.
shady, yeah.
So that 2,000 just putting into, but I go, so you're basically, being passive aggressively threatening someone that if you go above me to get money to just put some food on your table or pay your rent
in LA.
in
Yes.
LA, that, hey, I'm not saying I know people, but you wouldn't want anything.
nothing
on
wrong
you.
Dude,
with
that's
that,
so
yeah.
weird.
What
It's
are
like
you, a
you wouldn't want to end
gangster?
up in a ditch,
What is
would
it?
you?
Yeah, was this the Italian mob? From,
Yeah.
In The Godfather?
It's so crazy, dude. There's some of the goofiest people I've ever met in my life. So before education, the goofiest people that I'd met is in working in comedy, including other comedians, people who run comedy clubs, some of the weirdest, most like just socially off people you'll ever meet.
Absolutely.
And then I started working in education, and I was like, I started going to, I started meeting a lot of different people at so whenever I was subbing, I was like, dude, these are some of the goofiest people I've ever met. Somehow they're weirder than Hollywood in some ways,
It's
Yeah.
like a little
You meet
circle.
some of the
It's like a little circle.
the
You know what I'm
goofiest,
saying?
weirdest people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think though, with that being said, I still stand on my previous thing. It would all be easier if parents would just teach the basic skills.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, dude, why is it my job to teach manners, to teach that you shouldn't throw mud on the wall, that you should pick up after yourself? All these things. Like, why do I
Not
have
play
to
with other kids in the
teach
classroom.
all that? Like, you're teaching kindergarten simultaneously while teaching a subject.
Yeah, well, that's people wonder why, kids are so behind. And I go, it's because behavior. A
Because
teacher
behavior.
can only do one of two things. We can only do one of we can either teach or correct behavior.
Yeah.
So which one do you want it to be?
And you're correcting behavior all day. Dude, it would make parents have to parent more if you sent kids home. Because we were talking about this beforehand. Like, you interrupted me at work. You made me have to leave work. Parents would actually start putting their foot down and be like, hey,
Yeah.
this isn't going to fly anymore.
Hey, that's why people sued the school districts, because they were being forced. Kids were being sent home for being suspended, and then groups got together and actually sued him.
And
One
said it was somehow
That's
unjust.
that you're,
That's
so
you're
stupid.
denying a kid who's causing all the problems an equal right to an education. You go, yeah, well, when he's in the classroom, he's denying everybody else
Yeah, can't nobody
an
focus.
equal right to an education.
I just wish they could have cameras.
It's clown world out there.
Absolutely.
And your average person has no clue, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
you know
clue.
what it is? Imagine being at a Chopin concert or like Beethoven, and then there's some guy just being like, just making noises and throwing paper airplanes while there's like this prestigious violin, and then everybody's like, yeah, but he's had like a really hard life, and it's like, dude, I'm trying to enjoy this classical
Then great.
symphony.
Go get him therapy.
Yeah,
There's
go,
a counselor.
Go send him to the room where there's people who have hard lives.
Yeah, if he needs to actually, if there is something like that, and some kid needs to check in every hour on the hour with a counselor, then work that out. But if you're asking me to do any of that, then don't be upset when you're posting test scores and I don't know, like guys, like.
And dude, even having
it would be so dope if y'all teachers could have receipts, just actual videos and just showing what the kids are actually doing in class.
Dude, I would gladly.
That would be
accept the
amazing.
camera
Yeah,
in my
absolutely.
class.
Yeah.
If a parent ever wants to come to my class,
Here,
dude,
watch
please
this
come
right
to
here.
class.
But
Check it out.
let's
We'll send it to you.
not tell the kids that it's been installed so that you actually get real deal footage.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, dude.
Why do they have cameras in class? Is that
it's a whole legal issue.
legal issue?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be so
I'm
dope.
okay with it.
I bet
honestly.
I bet
could care
teachers
less.
the teachers unions would fight back upon it.
Really?
Because then I bet it would probably end up being used when you give anybody power, don't be surprised when they manipulate things.
Reverse it.
Armchair quarterback it, like, well, here's
reverse
what I would do in that situation.
Yeah.
And reverse it on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what it is. But me, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's great. Over the course of my teaching career, I would have loved to have had. So people would go, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes. Like I never would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy, dude. And it's like you figure that kids would sometimes learn this stuff a little easier, like behavior and everything, because kids tend to notice everything.
They do.
Haven't you noticed that? Like kids literally notice everything except for the how to like change behavior.
Oh,
but they will notice everything about you. Like tomorrow, if you had one like slightly gray hair, kids would notice.
Oh, they would notice everything.
They notice everything.
Yeah.
Well, they point out every little
I would
shift
say
in your life.
The worse the kids are in academics and behavior, the more that they notice all the little details.
Because they're paying attention.
That's when
to
they
things
somehow
anyway.
become detail-oriented people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Where you're like, wow, man, if you were this detail-oriented, you might actually learn something.
You would know where to put the comma, but yet you know that I trimmed my beard a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a crazy thing. Kids will do that too. Like they always make you, because kids like routine and they like structure,
Absolutely.
whether they know they do or not.
Mhm.
And there's sometimes, dude, where the behavior is just so crazy in the classroom, it's hard to implement structure because you're just so tired.
You burnt out. You just-
That's what happens to me. Like there's some days where I'm just like, all right, guys, we're gonna do this, and it's like so hard to be structured in that situation.
To give you guys an idea of like, you want to talk about detail-oriented,
Mhm.
that kid, I remember years ago, there was a kid where literally failed all the tests, was operating according to his like on a 7th grader, operating on a 1st or 2nd grade level. I wrote the word "get" on the whiteboard,
Mhm.
right? And I just happened to somehow connect slightly the rounding of the capital G
Mhm.
to the curvature of it. And he goes, "What word is that?" It says "bet."
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
and I stopped and I was like, oh my God. I go, are you kidding me?
Do you not
I
see
I
this?
stopped it. I go, all right, you want to go review stuff? I go, everyone in here knows that that's the word "get," because they're using, but you're focusing on that. Hey, you want me to pull up your test? We can go through all of your little mistakes.
It's good. Yeah.
And he just shut down.
Exactly.
Sometimes, dude, you have to just put your foot down like that because, like, kids, dude. But you know what's annoying? Something like that, like the G just being slightly off. that can become a 5-minute conversation.
Absolutely.
A 5 to 7 minute. Oh no, it looks like bet. Do you think it looks like bet? No,
Yeah.
it looks like get. I can tell it's get. It's bet.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're just like, guys, please, quiet.
Yeah.
You know what it
It's
is.
like so annoying. It can turn into a 10 to 15 minute conversation. Like those little interruptions. It's like you can't even find the train tracks.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's
Because
why.
somebody
That's why I'd rather have a Gordon in the class, as we like to call him.
Oh yeah.
Not going to do anything but just stares.
Yeah.
They don't even notice that you were even in the room,
They're just
let
staring
alone
at the
writing
wall.
anything on the wall. I love
Gordon,
that.
I love Gordons, dude.
On the
For
way.
those of you guys who've not been tuning in, we call Gordons students who they don't really do their work. They don't do anything, but they just stare at the wall and they walk in and they're really quiet.
And they're nice kids.
They're nice.
Like they
Quiet.
don't bother
They
anybody.
don't bother anybody.
So like you need some Gordons in your room because they're
They just mind their own business.
Yeah, the MVP.
Yeah.
They're a white woman's crystal. They're like a stabilizing, you know?
White woman's crazy.
Yeah, they are.
Give me some
Like
Gordons.
Gordon. Yeah, is that amethyst? That's like, no, it's Gordon. We'll take some questions. We actually had some good questions. By the way, guys, for everybody who's tuning in, thank you so much, you
By the way,
guys.
that one
Appreciate
got me.
you.
Rock
White
and roll.
woman's crystal.
Yeah, they are, dude. Man, I gave up. My students were relentless. They didn't miss detail, what we were just talking about, except when it came to their schoolwork. I got roasted every dang day. And bad part was I had to fight myself not to laugh because the mess was funny. Yeah, you want to take that one, Zoe?
Y'all can go ahead. Go to
I
the
feel
next
like
one.
we
We sort of talked about that.
Actually, kind of.
We kind of talked about that. Yeah, kids being detail oriented.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got to agree with you, man. And it's sometimes you do just have to laugh because it's so insane. I oscillate between pure fury whenever I'm just so tired and the kids just will not, like, if I have like a class of 40 and I'm just by myself, I'm like, there's days where I get so mad. And then some days I just bust out laughing because it's just so ridiculous. It's like, mister, can I have that box up there? What do you want the box for? I don't know. Can I have a piece of tape? Why do you need tape? This is drama.
Exactly. You gotta
And I'll
laugh it
just
off.
start
Like it's just too much.
Can I
Yeah.
have some scissors?
Yes.
Mister, why aren't you married? I'm, you know,
Out-
what I
out the
mean?
blue.
When are you getting married?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just start laughing because it's like, I feel like I'm going insane, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, take the next
Mister,
question.
you have some green stuff on your pants.
I'd be like, yeah, I know, I'm a slob. Not many people understand that teachers are not entertainers. They have a serious responsibility to nurture young and older children along with training them for life. Basic education like manners and hygiene should be taught at home
Absolutely.
to be practiced at school. School needs to make this clear to parents at the time of enrollment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
What
mean,
do you
I,
think,
I,
man?
I think that's true. I mean, why parents are making kids take a shower? Why not? That should be the first thing you do in the morning. Take a shower and brush your teeth. What's going on in the morning time? They just come and just get up and leave. That's just stupid. It's parents. I blame parents
Mhm.
because a friend of mine telling me that her son has been taking a shower for a week. I'm like,
The smell.
yeah, like his room is dirty. He hasn't taken a shower for a week. I'm like, why are you not making him take a shower? I asked him to take a shower. He doesn't want to. I like, that's your fault. I would kick my kid out the house. You want to smell dirty?
You want to smell?
Stay outside and be
Smell
be
out
with
there.
the people
Taking
outside.
your
Make the
bed
birds
like
Yeah,
fly.
his friend did.
exactly. Huh?
What did you say? Wasn't it last week you said a friend of yours actually just went in and took his kid's bed?
Oh, no, I was
Yeah.
telling you about that.
Yeah,
That was one of the
exactly.
funniest-
Yeah, like what the
Yeah.
kid was mouthing off to the dad.
Absolutely.
And the dad goes, you know what? I'm tired of this. And he walked in and took his bed out of his room.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's hilarious.
You got to take something from the kid to make
Well,
him do something.
and
Yeah.
I think too, what's really changed is that something that was just a social norm
Yeah.
is that was expected. You didn't is now like either the school's supposed to teach that or the parents just don't care. You know, please, thank you, or little things like that, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. And you look at it and you go, you know, if the school has to teach that, and people go, oh, if I love this too, is people be like, oh, people are just being taught blah 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 rules, and they'll make it into some like by an impressive society and systemic blah blah blah, and I go, no, shut up.
Absolutely.
It's because we live
Such a
in a
loser.
society. You know what? What's crazy, guys? Every first world country Every first world country pretty much operates on the same basic level of
Absolutely.
decency with human to human interaction.
Yes.
It's crazy,
It's common
dude. You know what
sense.
it is, dude? A lot of this, it's a bunch of different stuff. It's horrible political ideology, but it's also not only that, it's people outsourcing their thinking. Think of how much we're like outsourcing our thinking to this. Like, dude, all of us are probably addicted to our phone at some level.
Yeah.
Maybe not Chris as much. You seem like you've got a better grip on it, but I look at my phone more than I should.
I all the time for
All
no
the time.
reason sometimes.
And
Yeah.
it's like, imagine, like, remember even just a year and a half ago, we had to go to Google and ask it a question and scroll through web pages
To find
be
an
able to find
answer.
our answer.
Yeah.
What's a recipe for chicken curry? We couldn't ask ChatGPT or Grok that. You know what I mean? What's a recipe for this? What's a recipe for that? Now it's just,
If
and
you
now
want.
you look at like how much like we're so addicted to convenience.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
you used to hear stories about like grandparents be like, when I was your age, I had to walk a mile for a bucket of water.
Yeah.
And it's like, the more easier your life gets, in some ways you kind of become like ungrateful and you just get so addicted to convenience. Oh, the baby's crying, just give them the iPad.
Absolutely.
Oh, my kid won't shut up, just give them the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this won't do that. And teachers are now dealing with that, of kids who have been raised on pure convenience. And on some level, our parents had to deal with it because we were probably monsters to our own parents.
Yeah,
because
no,
the stuff that they
not
saw.
like now though. Not
Like now. It
Yeah.
progressively gets worse.
Yeah.
But my point is like every generation has been kind of right when they're like, you don't know how good you have it.
Absolutely.
What's the quote? Weak men create tough times create strong men create good times create weak men, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like convenience, it just, your muscles and your mental ability, your agility, it just atrophies.
The kids are spoiled nowadays. They don't have to work for anything because it's always given to them. You see what I'm saying? You want your iPad, give your iPad.
Prime example is, right? Like, hey, the grading scale of 90 to 100 is an A, right?
Mhm.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, not enough kids are going to do it. So what do? We just lower it to 80.
That's crazy.
And then what ends up happening? Now the kid
That's
knows
so crazy.
80% instead of 90%. Now 20% becomes
so
a
you
D.
get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah.
And you go, but that's not the kid's fault. We're the one lowering it as adults because we're listening to other dumb adults use nice sounding phrases that it's equitable grading and the blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but if you're cool with 20%, and that a kid knows 20% of the material,
dude, it
and he
just trips me
passed.
out.
So if you was to give an average, it was the administrative system or parents who would be more to blame?
Well, parents. You know why?
Parents.
Because they're the
Everything
ones
starts
that
at home,
they're the ones that have brought all of the lawsuits against public schools. So public schools, the public is getting exactly what they wanted. Mediocrity. Because they sued it into oblivion.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is people think that that's maybe like a blanket statement to all, and it's not. Because see, the thing is, when you go up to higher performing schools, all of those no consequences, it doesn't matter anymore because those kids already act right. So they never have the behaviors to find out that there aren't any consequences.
Yeah.
Or if there's something egregious that happens, they're going to call home and the parents are going to deal with it.
Absolutely.
But all of the schools where they're supposed to be, all this equitable grading or PBIS or restorative justice, all those schools that they're supposed to be helping out, it's doing literally the complete opposite.
The exact opposite. Because what it is, dude, is it's lowering standards so much that it's like, dude, people will rise to the standard that you train them to.
Absolutely.
Like, so
and if they don't, then go kick dirt.
Absolutely.
Dude, I heard this quote one time. It's from the motivational speaker Zig Ziglar, and he was talking about like training fleas, and it's like a funny example. But if you put fleas in a jar and you screw the lid on top, like the fleas will jump to the top of the jar and they'll start like hitting their head, like on the top of the jar. So much to where like after just like a few times, maybe like 5, 10, 15, 20 times, you just take the lid of the jar off and now they'll just jump. To that. But it's true though.
That's so true.
They won't jump out anymore because they've developed a belief that, hey, this is what the standards is. This is all I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's
Just
the
like
effect that I
flies.
think it has on kids. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like people sometimes I think misunderstand what all of us are saying on here. It's like we want the standards to be higher because kids deserve better. It really is about the kids, honestly.
I agree.
It is,
You know what I
and
mean?
it's about making them have a better life. And this is because if you give those kids a better life, then society naturally has a better life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Our world becomes better.
And you can't really be an amazing, excellent teacher when you're dealing with fires all day long.
Yeah.
The best fireman in
problems.
the world, if you give him a fire every single meter and he's just like, and he puts out fires every day. Everybody who works in the fire department knows there's periods of rest and then there's a big fire.
Yeah.
There's periods of rest and then there's a big fire. And sometimes you're
Damn,
working
that really
around the
does sound
clock.
like our different periods,
100%, dude.
right?
Yeah, periods of rest, really big fire. But if everything is just fire, 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 because sometimes firemen, I think they believe they work for like 3 days straight.
And 3 days off.
And they like sleep at the station and everything. But if you put fires out for those 3 days and you're not on meth,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like you are just going to eventually be a
and
useless
it's-
firefighter.
Yeah, and it's not a fire every day though either too. So
Yeah, and so I think that's the same thing with teachers. It's like teachers, if there's a fire all day long and you're putting it out, you're not going to be that effective of a teacher. Do I think I'm a great teacher? No, I don't. But I'm trying to be.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Imagine walking into a classroom, right? In every single class, some kid is having some weird meltdown. You don't know who it's going to be.
Kids happen so much.
Plural.
Kids,
Yes,
plural.
absolutely.
It's not just one anymore.
Yeah. My friend, she's a school in Chicago. She says she has meltdowns every day.
I
To the
bet
point
Chicago's
she's just
tough too.
used to it. And she said, you know, sometimes I look at it and just like, okay, here we go again. Then just let the kid finish and okay, then write you up and just send you to the office.
And it's probably not even special ed. It's just
Regular kids, just bad kids. You know what I'm saying? To the point where these kids have meltdowns because it's easy to have a meltdown. It's easy to blame the teacher. It's easy to yell at the teacher all the time because it's just easy to do. Because nothing's happening to the kids, and the kids feel like, okay, whatever's going on in my life, I can take it out on the teacher every time.
Yeah.
You
I'm
shouldn't
going through
have
life.
to drink 5-hour
Yeah.
energy to get through your days. To
Absolutely
get through your
not.
shift.
Absolutely.
Like it's like that's some stuff you do on a road trip when you're 18, 19 years old, you know?
Facts.
By the way, guys, thank you for all the comments. Keep sending the questions. And we will answer any other questions that you guys have if we're able to, right before we wrap. But yeah, I do think that like you just get a little exhausted sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? So
And that's why we're here at
That's
the
a wrap.
Teachers
Let's wrap it
Lounge.
up.
yeah,
Yes.
that's it. See, that's me getting exhausted right now, being off the road, being like, I'm trying to get out and be like,
Peace.
Anyways, you keep sending your questions.
See y'all next week.
you guys rock.
Bring the
Thank you
questions.
for watching.
We
Thank
love
you
you.
so
Good
much.
night.
Much love.
Toodle.
Peace.